to appreciate all of you for the commitment to Labour Party. There's no gainsaying the fact that the youths in this party are the ones that is making us to be strong. You are the ones that is making us to be vibrant. You are the ones that even made us to win the last election. I can safely say and conclude that Labour Party is a party for the youths. You will recall that in all our campaigns, Peter Obi said it clearly and was always presenting me as one of the youngest national chairmen of political parties in Nigeria. Peter Obi has also said that even himself is the youngest among the presidential candidates in the 2023 general election. And if you compare the elections from 1999 to date to the 2023 general election, the 2023 general election was most unique, was the most issues-driven. It was the first election that harnessed the strength of the youths, the energies. What we put into that election has never happened in the history of Nigeria. It was because we were younger. I was younger among the national chairmen of political parties, and I was driving the campaign. And Peter Obi was the youngest presidential candidate, and he put his energy. And that was why we won that presidential election, even though it was stolen. What am I saying in effect? The energies and the strength of the youth will always make any difference anywhere in the world. And that's why the countries that have made the difference, whether in politics, whether it's in economy, whether it's in human development, it is those countries that have harnessed the strength of the youth. I can say this without any tears on my cheek, without any fear of contradiction. Why Nigeria is backwards, politically, socio-economically, name it, is because the country has failed in harnessing the vibrant energies of the youths. And the earlier we realize this as a country, the better for us. The summary of all the points I have made here today is that you cannot undermine the role of the youth, the energy of the youth in building a nation. A nation that wants to grow, a nation that wants to develop, a nation that wants to be a great nation must tap from the energy, not just tap it from it, must massively utilize the energies of the youth. Unfortunately, Nigeria is still backward in this respect. And I weep for Nigeria, I weep for the country, and weep even for the future of our country. It is shameful. It is disheartening that it is still men of 80, 90, and 100 years who have cut down even their age, who have official age, that is still leading the National Assembly, leading our government, and so on and so forth. The earlier we go back to the drawing board to create policies in our politics, in our political parties, in government, that we accommodate the youth and give the youth the opportunity to rise to the opportunity of governments, then of course we will remain and continuously remain backwards. But I must say here clearly that the youth too must rise to the occasion. I do not want to say this, but I will quote the Bible to say it. The Bible says you should take it by force. Or Pastor, how do the Bible put it? I don't know that quote. So let somebody quote it for me. The youth must rise to the occasion. You must play your role. Power is not given. Power is taken. You must therefore increase your participation in party management. You must increase your participation in contesting for positions, elective positions, that will make you to be the National Assembly, where you have the opportunity to make policies and defend those policies. We have also seen instances where even the youths that have opportunity have also joined them and made no difference. In the history of this country, I think we produced a civilian governor recently that was 39 or 40 years. I can't remember. I don't even know the state. I'm aware that in the recent past, the youth had the opportunity of producing a governor that was 39 or 40 or so. I can't remember the state. I don't even remember the governor. But I know that you know it. Whenever you have opportunity, you must be a shining example to others. Because if you also go there and behave the same way, you have also failed. But I don't blame the youth of today. You know why I don't seriously blame you? Over the past 40 years, we have not had role models in the country. There's nobody to learn from. In those days, we had the privilege of learning from people like Obafemi Awolowo. We had the privilege of learning from people like Tafawa Balewa. We have the privilege of learning from people like Anthony Nahoro. We have the privilege of learning from people like nnamdikanu. We name them. Today, who are the role models? And that's why we don't want to seriously blame you. But you must go and read. You must read the past. You must read the history of great men so that you too can be great. You must be knowledgeable. Today, our youths, I don't want to say we are lazy. But a writer once said, if you want to hide an idea, put it in a book. A lot of our youth today, because of the internet, don't read. And therefore, a lot of us are not knowledgeable. I believe that this occasion is also an occasion for sober reflection. In as much as we are blaming our parents, we too, as youths, must also play our role. We must distinguish ourselves that we can indeed be leaders of tomorrow or even of today. We must show the capacity. We must show the tenacity of leadership. That characteristics of leadership, you must begin to display it and show it so that people, even those that are older than you, and even within your peers, we see that you have the capacity to lead.